I like going to restaurants, Hakkasan, Sexy Fish, you know? And that's the sort of restaurants that I like to go to. Jamel doesn't really, because he's saving for a house, I guess that's the excuse he's using these days.
I love how that's an excuse for her. He's saving for a house, like this guy in his fucking house. What's up, guys? In this video, we're going to be reacting to a very interesting video of a gold digger and her boyfriend in couples therapy. I'll be analyzing the whole thing, showing you exactly the kind of girl you need to avoid at all costs. So initially, I saw this video on Playback's channel, and I found the original clip, so here I'm going to play the whole thing. So it's called Blue Therapy Episode 2. It's some kind of British therapy show, and basically couples go into therapy, and this one was pretty fucking fascinating. So here it begins. I'm gonna comment as we go along. I'm gonna summarize everything and then showing you why this girl is super fucking toxic.
Was there anything in particular that you wanted to talk about?
So yeah, I've experienced therapy before. I've done a solid 8 months, and I think this was so beneficial for our relationship. The reason why obviously I brought Deborah to therapy with me is I feel like she doesn't value my words. So I'm almost questioning my manhood as well.
In what way?
So being a provider, I provide for her, of course, but I feel like with her high expectations and the things that she expects from me, it's going above and beyond the person that I probably am. So an example was, okay, I got a Gucci bag. As soon as, probably 2 weeks, she was talking about, oh, let's go to Greece for her birthday and stuff. I was thinking, I've just literally got you an expensive gift. Can't you just wait?
Why can't we do both?
Yeah, we can do both.
This is so funny. This is the mindset of someone who doesn't make money on their own. And to them, it doesn't make sense. Well, why can't we just do both? Why can't you give me the Gucci bag and we go on vacation? Can't you just make more money? It's someone who doesn't realize that money is a finite resource, unless you're a multimillionaire.
But times have changed. I'm looking to buy a house. I've got a project in Ghana I'm obviously sorting out. Obviously got a new project I'm even doing.
I like the bored look on her face of indifference. He's like, yeah, I'm looking to buy a house. She's like, house, man.
Off retreat as well, which obviously cost a lot of money. And I just feel like Deborah needs to actually understand money, understand the value of money, and the time that needs to be put into that.
Deborah doesn't really value money.
She doesn't value money because she doesn't have to work for it. So this is going to become apparent as you go on. She's been given everything her whole life. So of course she doesn't understand the value of money. It's like a spoiled trust fund kid, right? They have no idea, that money doesn't grow on trees. Hey, if you guys are finding value in this video, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. Seriously, guys, just hit the subscribe button below.
It's all cool when she's by herself, but when it's us, together, that can't really run anymore. It seems like it's being more of an anchor. We're trying to build together, right? That's what relationships are all about. So personally, if she wants it to flourish, then she needs to kind of think about the money aspect of things.
I feel like she's controlling. She doesn't allow me to do particular things. So my social media...
Allow you?
Yes, allow me.
Oh, please.
Yeah, so my social media activity...
You actually do what you like.
Let's
get that right.
Hold on, babe, let's not do that. She asked me the question. Okay, cool. So yeah, she just controlled my social media activity. Obviously that's
because you do too much.
That's what generates me money as well. So
okay, you don't have to. You can use social media purely for fun. It doesn't have to generate you shit. You don't owe her an explanation. So this is the problem. Honestly, I think that he's partially guilty here because he allowed this to happen. It's like if you leave your car open and you leave a bunch of jewelry inside in the front seat where it's clearly visible in a poor ghetto area, who's responsible for you being robbed? Well, you're partially responsible. It's the same thing here. He should have never gone down this rabbit hole of letting her have any control over his social media, right? So the minute that she said, oh, I don't want you doing that, he should have put a nip in the bud to that right away. Be like, I'll do what I want, thank you very much. As soon as you go down this rabbit hole, it just it spirals downhill and downhill.
Obviously he's buying the gifts for her, so there shouldn't really be a problem, but she's...
What, Clubhouse, buying me gifts?
Yeah, if I'm making money and monetizing off it, of course it's a problem.
So tell me, your business, do you market yourself through social media?
Yeah, so obviously a lot of it's through social media, through marketing. A lot of it's mouth to mouth as well, but the issue is she just feels that because I'm on social media, she just thinks I'm doing it out of leisure rather than business.
Right. And it isn't total.
But yeah, it doesn't matter if you're doing it out of leisure. It's your social media. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Now, if she doesn't feel comfortable with something that you made, then she can express that. But she has no control over what you do on your own social media.
Totally leisure. It
No,
is.
majority. So I'll say like, if we're gonna put it on like percentages, I'll say 80% is business, 20% is a bit of leisure.
And do you understand that?
No.
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 She's just like, nope. She's like, I don't want to lose this argument, so I'm just going to say no to a question that's pretty fucking obvious.
So when I'm buying these gifts, so what?
Okay, first of all, let's just calm down because Clubhouse does not generate enough funds for you to buy me a Gucci bag.
Have you seen my accounts?
That's for one. Secondly, it's just, the social media for me is just too obsessive. This excuse about how it's, it's part of your business, etc., it doesn't take away from the fact that I still like expensive gifts. Like, you know the girl that you got with. Jamel knows the type of girl that he got with. Like, I like looking good and I like the luxury brands, the Fendis, the Gucci's.
Okay, so this is an issue in of itself. So this is why I'm saying he's partially responsible. You do not, so right there, when she says, you know the kind of girl you got with, I like blah, 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 that's the girl that you never, ever want to date. That is not a girl you want to be in a relationship with. So for these chicks who are, let's call them gold diggers, there's two kinds of guys in their lives. The first is the kind of guy that they fuck. And those guys can be broke-ass motherfuckers. This is the player lover guy, right? Those guys can be broke, they can be whatever as fuck, and that chick will still bang them, right? But she'll never date them. And then there's the provider, which she will date. She'll fuck you once in a while, right? But she's mainly using you to extract resources, right? And whatever kind of, mental gymnastics she's doing in her head to justify that. You want to be the guy that fucks her. If you're going to fuck with these types of girls, be the guy that fucks them. Don't be the guy that provides for them. Like, why the fuck would you want to be in this category? It's fucking miserable. You're going to get disrespected on. She's going to take all your resources. And at the end of the day, as soon as you lose your job or lose any kind of income or she gets bored, she's just going to move on to a guy who can provide more money. So it's definitely not the type of girl you want to date with in the first place.
The next purchase that I want Jamal to get for me is a Prada bucket hat. Like, he knows the girl he got with. I'm a female. You're my boyfriend.
That's such a lame excuse. I'm a female. Like, that doesn't count. There's plenty of females. I think girls should be probably pissed off by this more than guys. Like, just because you're a girl doesn't mean you have to be a gold digger. I know plenty of girls who are not gold diggers. My girlfriend, for example, she's not a gold digger. She doesn't say, oh, Alex, I want you to buy this for me because I'm a girl. That makes no sense. She's never pulled this card once. And if she did, I wouldn't be dating her. So this is just a really lame cop-out. That's for example, if a guy, I don't know, a guy gets caught, let's just say, hitting a woman, and the girl's like, well, why did you hit me? That was so fucked up. He's like, yeah, but I'm a guy. That's not a valid excuse to do something fucked up. And the same thing as I'm a girl is not a valid excuse to do something fucked up on your end either.
I expect for my boyfriend to look after me, and that's just it. So you bringing this up is,
Tell me.
I'm not really understanding.
When he gives you these gifts, what does that make you feel like?
It makes me feel like a princess. When I was younger, my dad, even till this day, he treats me like a princess, and that's my expectation of a man. Towards the beginning, he started off like that, slightly, but now it's completely down the drain. There's nothing like that.
So I'll treat you like a princess no more, no?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, a few things to unpack here. First of all, she said, well, my dad, he treated me like a princess. Your dad fucked up raising you then. So your dad did not teach you the value of hard work. I would be embarrassed if this is how my daughter acted. I would want my daughter to have some semblance of what it is to work. Not saying that she has to, do manual labor for all her life, but there should be some semblance of work. When I was a kid, I had a job when I was 13, right? I wasn't treated like a fucking prince, right? So that's the problem. So your dad fucked up raising you, unfortunately. If you think you're a princess, which you're clearly not, because there's no princesses and princesses anymore unless you're a British royal family. The second thing is she mentioned, and this thing that's important, is when we started dating, you started treating me like this, and now it's changed. Yeah, this is another issue where the guy fucked up. So he was trying to initially woo her with money and leading with his wallet, right? And now it's backfiring on him, which is not a good long-term strategy. That's why you never do that. So that's why, for example, when I get into a relationship, I don't start off the relationship by buying the girl a bunch of shit and leading with my wallet. No, it starts off exactly the way it is now. I'm never leading with my wallet. You never want to do that because you're going to get into a situation like this. So I think this is a good lesson to this guy. Never ever fucking lead with your wallet. All right, we're going to go to the next clip.
Just explain to me how you want him to treat you.
I would definitely say, I don't want to put a timestamp on how often you should get me gifts, but I just feel like you know, here and there. I think the last time he bought me something was September, my birthday, which was the Gucci bag. That's the last time that I've gotten like an expensive gift.
But
And
the
if it's not-
value on these gifts,
Sorry?
is the value on these gifts, is it the value of the gift or is it something else?
I think it's a bit of both. You know, I like to look good, and Jamel knows this. So it's just about keeping up. I think I don't think he
Keeping
really
up.
keeps up as a man. I don't think I'm asking for too much to look. Do you know what I mean? To look good.
Babe,
Okay, you don't need to get a Gucci bag or spend a bunch of like fucking designer clothes to look good. That has absolutely nothing to do with how you look. That all has to do with how you feel, and so that you can feel good about yourself because you have expensive shit, because you have a gold digger mindset.
You don't want me to look good.
I would love you to look good, but I feel like I'm 27 right now and she's 24. So me, I'm looking at assets, I'm looking at builds, I'm thinking about building our future.
I don't think age's got to do
Yes,
anything
it
with
does.
this.
Because I feel like you're just here for the fast life, you're here for the now, you're not thinking forward. Like, I'm doing the best for both of us, not just myself. Like, before I was saving for myself, but now you've...
He's in denial. It's not that she's living in the present, it's that she's a gold digger. She doesn't have the same values as you. She's not interested in contributing to the relationship like you are, and you should not be with her in the first place. That's the issue here.
Coming to the picture, I feel like I'm carrying the ship, driving the ship, literally being the ship.
I mean, I feel like you're making excuses now. For me, it's like you can't set a standard at the start and then completely change it. Like, that's not going to work for me. At the beginning, you were keeping up. You were buying me the gifts. You were taking me out. And now, all of a sudden, it's changed. Every female in a...
That is the problem with leading with your wallet and dating gold diggers, is because the way you get them initially in that category is by buying them shit, and they expect you to keep buying them. It's not like it goes away after half an hour or after, you know, half a year, right? A gold digger, once a gold digger, always a gold digger, unless she goes to some kind of gold digger rehab. So yeah, I mean, this is the problem with, like, again, leading with your wallet when you're starting off dating a girl. You might rather be the guy that fucks her on the side while some other dude buys her a bunch of fancy Gucci bags or whatever the fuck she wants.
A relationship should be treated like a princess, and that is the standard that I have set, and that is the standard that we set as females. Any guy...
No, you're just making excuses. That is not the standard that you set as females. That is a standard you personally set for yourself because you're spoiled sugar, you're spoiled gold digger, and your daddy did a horrible job raising you, even though you think he did a good job, because he just spoiled you and bought you whatever the fuck you wanted.
That can't take their girl out regularly, buy her gifts, and attend to her needs. You're not ready to be in a relationship. Take a break, decide what you want to do, get your money up, and then we go again.
No, just don't dig gold diggers in the first place, and then you can avoid going down this rabbit hole to begin with. So the lesson here isn't to get your money up. The lesson here is not to date a girl like you in the first place.
So why'd you have a girlfriend if you can't afford it? Is that what you're...
Whoa, this is your first relation, don't do that.
Oh.
What kind of...
So this I think this statement shows her mindset when it comes to relationships. It's not about building something. It's not about having a good connection. It's about getting shit. So in her mind, she's like, why would you have a girlfriend if you can't get me a lot of shit? To her, that's the whole point of a relationship. So what do you think is going to happen once you stop giving her shit? Well, she's going to either cheat, leave, or act up, or blah, 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 right? So again, that's the problem with dating these types of girls.
places were you going to?
Wow. Are we going there? Sorry, Denise. Are we going there?
Yeah, we're going to do that.
So you're going to tell the world that...
No, hold on.
You're going to tell the world that this is my first relationship. That's embarrassing.
Babe.
So
Babe.
Sorry, Jamel?
I mean, like, this is just like it's embarrassing for him to be like this girl's so unpleasant. Like, what is motivating him to date her? Like, she's not that attractive physically. She has a nasty attitude. She's a gold digger. Like what the fuck are you doing with this chick? Like, it would be awesome if he just broke up with her, like, right then and there. He was like, you know what? You're a gold digger. I'm fucking out.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying that this is our first relationship, so I feel like...
that's besides the fact. I have spoken to guys before. I've, dated a few guys. I've had experience with guys, but that's what we're not going to do.
I've had other sugar daddies before. I've extracted resources from other guys. You're not the first sucker who I took money from.
Like, I've spoken to guys before. It's not been as successful, yeah, fair enough, but you can't say that I don't know about relationships.
So, did you have any kind of idea of the way a relationship would work?
It's clear that me and Deborah are on two different pages of life. Obviously, I'm 27, she's 24. I'm living for like the later, trying to get my property and other things. And obviously, she's trying to live within the now, like the fast life, the flashy things. I've been there, done that. Like, it's great, but right now we need to think about things for the future. I need to flourish, and I don't want it to be a thing where she's anchoring my life. I I want it to be a thing where going together and going places together. I think that's the way we should be going.
Do you trust Paul when he's out?
Yes, you need a normal girlfriend, a girlfriend who's not a massive gold digger, but a girlfriend who actually cares about more than just your money.
I do trust Paul when he's out.
So we're gonna fast forward through this.
So yeah, I'm the provider in this relationship, and most of the time I do handle the finances. Would I say it's something that I learned growing up? Not really, but it's something that I did pick up along the way, and that's how I plan to move forward.
And is that the way you like it?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I'm pulling faces, sorry. I just think he could do a bit more as a man. You know, my expectations of Jamel is to, yes, be the provider, but then you also have to look after me as my boyfriend. Do you get what I mean? And I feel like there's been a lack of that as of recent. You know, he seems to not want to buy me certain things that I asked for.
What, expensive stuff?
Yeah, and on top of that, like, I like going to restaurants, Haksan, Sexy Fish, you know? And that's the sort of restaurants that I like to go to. Jamel doesn't really, because he's saving for a house, I guess that's the excuse he's using these days.
I love how that's an excuse for her. He's saving for a house, like this guy in his fucking house, like he's trying to like actually like invest in our future. What a loser.
He doesn't want to do what he needs to do as a man, as my boyfriend, as my man.
What he really should be doing is taking all the money he makes and spending on a bunch of frivolous shit for me so I can feel good about myself so that I can extract all the money from him and then leave him for an older, richer dude. That's what he should be doing. Instead, he's got all these crazy notions about saving for a house and investing in your future. What a loser my boyfriend is.
Man, what normal girl doesn't want to go Hakkasan, Sexy Fish? It's actually the norm. Me and my girls, before...
No, it's not the norm. It's the norm amongst your fucking gold-digging friends, not the norm. My girlfriend certainly doesn't do that, nor would I ever date a girl who needs to be constantly taken out. Yeah, sure. On her birthday, we went to a nice dinner, right? Like on special occasions, or maybe on Christmas or something like that. But yeah, if my girlfriend was just wanted me to take her to fancy places, simply just to be taken to fancy places because she wants to be spoiled, yeah, that would be a very quick end to that relationship.
We were in relationships, we took ourselves there, so I expect my man to take me there. It's the norm, it's a no-brainer.
What are your expectations of him as a man?
Definitely to look after me, to cover me financially.
How about you ask the guy, what are his expectations of the girl? Because clearly he's doing everything and she's doing nothing. I love how like these chicks just take each other's sides blindly, which is honestly super fucking lame.
Financially, I know we've only been together for a year, but you know, that's my expectation from the get-go. When I was younger, my dad used to take me everywhere I needed to go. Even when I was driving, he was still taking me where I needed to go. So that's what I expect.
Yes, your dad fucked up raising you. He spoiled you. He gave you everything you want, which makes me feel lucky that my parents didn't make the same mistake with me. Like, I actually had to work for shit, which is why I understand, you know, the value of money, right? So your dad did a horrible job raising you. He fucked up, you know, so she thinks that her dad was this great dad. Sounds like his dad just really fucked up, if we are to be honest here.
Of Jamal, just to basically be there for me as my protector, provider, and
as my walking wallet.
What are your expectations?
It's funny she says that because I feel like I do that already. I think the question I've actually got for Deborah is, what exactly do you bring to the table?
Are you joking?
Did I start?
That's rude. That is very rude. I don't like.
Typical gold digger mindset. It's just all like, oh, what can you give me? What can you give me? What can you give me? Okay, but what can you give me? That's rude. You shouldn't be asking questions like that. This reminds me of Ask Nelly. This is like such a horrible mindset. Like, it's only this one-way giving. Like, it only, like, the money and the value only flows this way, but it can't flow this way. When you ask for a little bit of it to flow this way, the girl just gets defensive.
Be asking me that's actually rude. But I bring a lot to the table. You know that I have a 9-to-5. You know that I have a fashion business that I'm about to open.
Yeah, which I help you with.
Yeah, you help me with it, but I don't think it's right for you to say, what do I bring to the table? So are you trying to say I don't bring anything to the table?
I feel like you could just
Like, okay, so you have a 9-to-5, money that you probably keep for yourself, the fashion business that you haven't started yet, which your boyfriend invested in. So what the fuck do you bring to the table besides your body? Which, honestly, is not even that great. Like, not to be mean, but like, what do you actually bring to the table? Like, it sounds like you don't bring anything to the table. Just fucking say it. I only bring my pussy to the table. That's the only thing I have to offer at this point, because it sounds like you're not really bringing anything else, right, to the guy. I mean, that's like, you know, that's the only answer she'd come up with. Well, I have a 9-to-5, okay, but how does that help the guy? How does that help the relationship? That's just money you're probably putting aside for yourself.
to do a bit more. Obviously, me leading the finances, obviously, as I said, I'm the provider. I feel like Deborah can definitely do a bit more. Obviously, I feel like she's actually anchoring me rather than both lift or elevating together.
Well, when you get the house, then maybe I could do more. But for now, the house isn't here yet.
So you don't want to do nothing at all
So I will hold up my end of the, relationship. But at this present moment in time, it's up to you as a man to get us there. That's just my view.
Okay.
So I will start contributing once you buy me a house. But until then, there's not going to be any contribution on my end. Her mindset is just like so fucking twisted.
100% not. I feel like in times like this, I feel like we should be elevating together. Like, this is the reason why we're actually in therapy right now, to actually...
Okay, so how would you like me to help you? I don't understand.
Do you even save?
Oh my gosh, we're not going to discuss about that. That's what we're not going to do. I don't want to talk about what my savings are.
I don't want to talk about anything that involves me taking responsibility and me having to do stuff. I only want to talk about things that are wrong with you. But we're not going to talk about any things that are wrong with me.
On TV, like, it's not that serious. The fact is, you're my boyfriend, and what I expect of you as my man is to provide for me at this present moment in time. Like I said, when we get married, if we get married, then we'll think about things that I need to do. But for now,
Let's fast forward.
Let's take a minute. It's interesting that you say that you require the man to look after you. Yeah. What's your family background?
My dad was always the breadwinner in the house. He looks after all of us. So he has 5 girls as well as his wife. So yeah, that's how I was raised. He looked after us. He was always going to work. He was always providing. On top of that, looking after my mum, buying her gifts, taking care of her. Growing up with my dad, he treated me like a princess. He took me everywhere I needed to go. He bought me whatever I wanted. And he has taught me not to accept anything less.
And he has taught me that I should be a gold digger and that I should not have to work for myself. That's what my daddy taught me.
That is the standard that I've set for my partner.
And what do you take from those gifts? What do those gifts mean to you?
For me, it just shows appreciation. It shows that you're fulfilling your role as a man.
Okay.
And yeah.
So the issue is that the way she sees a relationship should work is a guy does everything, provides all the value, and she just shows up, right? That's how she views a relationship. If a girl ever views of a relationship like that, where as a guy you have to do pretty much all, if not most of the work, that's a girl you never want to be in a relationship with in the first place.
That's how it makes me feel.
Denise, I think the problem is not the gifts, is the understanding about getting the gifts and when the gifts doesn't arrive. I feel like even with going on dates and stuff like that, she just wants to pick everything. It's almost like she's...
Okay, so here's the thing. Gifts should be given because you want to give a gift, right? Gift should not be expected. That's the issue. It's not a gift if it's something that she demands or expects, right? At that point, it doesn't become a gift, it becomes a payment, right? That's the problem. She doesn't want a gift, she wants a payment.
Trying to be controlling, if you know what I mean.
Controlling, because I'm choosing the restaurant.
Yeah, you want to pick everywhere you want to go. You want to pick this, like even controlling my social media activity, even things that I want to wear. It's like you're trying to lay things on the bed for me.
He's stretching it too far now. Like, I'm doing it for the better. Like,
better for what better? You think I can't handle my own?
I don't want Jamal to be embarrassing me. He likes to comment on girls' photos. I laugh at girls that their man will be commenting on other girls' photos. I don't like, that's not me being controlling. That's me saving myself from embarrassment. That's what it is.
My problem is how Deborah behaves when she doesn't get away. It's just too...
Yes, because she's a spoiled brat.
Spoiled bratish. Like, I get her age and stuff, but that's no excuse. Like, even when she tries to get away, I get she likes the flashy things of life and stuff like that, but that needs to get out the window now.
And do you choose his clothes?
I mean, sometimes.
She can't choose my clothes. She tries to police. I think that's...
Sometimes. You take my advice.
There's a difference between advice and policing. We're not going to police my clothing. I've had enough of it.
So...
He just walks out.
Don't worry.
Denise, I mean, sorry. I don't understand. This is what I mean. Like, sometimes he literally just gets so angry and we can't even talk about anything anymore.
Are you saying he's got anger issues?
Sometimes he can just...
How is that an anger issue? This therapist fucking sucks balls. Like, how is that an anger issue? He just had enough of this nonsense. It would have been much better if he actually broke up with her live on air. He's like, you're a gold digger, you suck, good luck, I'm out. Like, that would have been so much better, but he's not going to do that because he's kind of pussy whipped, unfortunately. I feel bad for this guy. But yeah, I think the big lesson here is if your girlfriend does anything like this, do not be in a relationship with her in the first place. Yes, you can fuck these girls, you can bang them, but why would you want to date them? There's cool, normal girls out there who actually believe in contributing to a relationship and don't view you as a walking wallet. And the thing is, a girl like this, she will never respect you as her boyfriend, as her husband. Like, this is, you're just basically delaying the inevitable, which is either her leaving you for another older, richer guy or her cheating on you, right? Because you're not gonna get, like, clearly she has no respect for him as a human being. She just views him as a means to an end, and that means purely financial. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this breakdown, found this video valuable. Show us some love by smashing the like button, hitting subscribe, and clicking the bell for notification. Let us know in the comments what you thought about this girl. Would you ever date a girl like that? Let us know. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.